Hello, everybody. This is your boy Saint Dez, and I am bringing back to you once again Supreme Wrestling Federation action, and you can't get it anywhere else except right here on the Supreme Empire Gaming channel. And I am so happy to be getting back into this. And one of the things that we're going to make sure that we do, we're going to continue to go into our tournament, our wrestle tournament. And tonight we're going to have four matches. And the way that we have always been doing this, in case you didn't know, we're using the game Fire Pro Wrestling World and TEW, which is Total Extreme Wrestling. It's Total Extreme Wrestling 2016, and we're merging them together to give you the behind the scenes as well as the in ring action. So, as we get ready to go through here, we're going to have four matches that's going to show our card. I'm going to go into it as far as giving us just a little sample of three of the four cards. Then I'm going to call the actions in the fourth one, and hopefully, if everything goes well, we're going to continue our journey in crowning our very first Supreme World Champion here in Supreme Wrestling Federation. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and get to our actual card. One of the things I wanted to let everyone know is we did pretty good with our last show, and I was just so happy about that. And one of the things that I want to make sure that we do is realize, you remember, we had an issue with not having any referees in the last card. Well, one of the things we got three of the referees, and they are all on here. So hopefully now we won't have the issue of having that penalty of having too many special guest referees on this card. So right now, if you actually see what is on the screen, it's actually showing us saying that we're going to have 3,085 fans that's going to show up for our particular show. We're going to do this show in the Great Lakes. So basically, the main thing we're going to do from here is we're going to try our best to make us some money and put on a great show for our fans. One of the first matches that we're going to have is it's going to be HC Lope, and he is going to be going against Tahashi Tasawawa. Yeah, exactly. But we're going to have HC Lope going against Tahashi Tazawa. That's going to be our very first match. Then our next match, what we're going to have is we're going to have Mike Seidel, and he is getting ready to go against George South Jr. Our third match is going to be Mitch Ryder, and he's going to be going against Kenzo Suzuki. And our fourth and main event match of the night is going to be ACH, and he's going to be going against Monster Mac. So, one of the things we're going to want to do in this is we're going to go ahead, we're going to start filling up the card, and we're going to go from there. As you can see, we got HC Lope versus Tashi Tazawi. And after that match, it was a decent match, but it was very average. The crowd was just kind of so-so in it. And Tahashi, he wins with a submission. So, as we've been doing before, pretty much what we're going to do is we're going to take the time that they put in these matches, and we're going to put it into the system, and however the match ratings turn out, that's what we're going to put in here. So right now, even though this is the first match, we're going to do something different. We're going to make our pre-show match. And from here, we're going to actually say that it was a normal regular match. Tahashi wins. The match was open, meaning both of them had pretty much the same type of offense, and the match in submission. So that's how we're going to do that. Our next match is going to be Mike Saito going against George South Jr. So we pretty much have already found out that Mike Saito is going to beat George South Jr. And in that match, it was one of those uh, still kind of average type matches. So we're going to plug in all of that information from here. What we pretty much see is a regular match. Max Saito, he wins the match, pretty much an open-ended match. Decisive win because it was won with a DDT and it was won with a pinfall. So this is technically our very first match on this card. So what I'm going to do from here is I'm going to go ahead and save it, and then we're going to plug in maybe as a promo, and maybe I'll go ahead and put something in there from we could say something pertaining to St. Dez and Halloween, something like that, or maybe just something to just kind of make this feel more of a special card. So by doing this, we're going to go ahead and say that B-Boy attacks Joe Maximo backstage. And if you remember, I had already set it up to have B-Boy and Joe Maximo have like some type of heat after that very first match. So what I wanted to do is to play into that. So now we got B-Boy getting upset because he lost to Joe Maximo, and he's going to go ahead and have some heat in this to continue on the storyline between the two men. And we'll probably do something with St. Dez and Halloween to kind of carry forth that storyline further. So now we're going to go further and start our third match. So pretty much we have the third match on our card, and it goes around about the same amount. It's around about 10 to 12 minutes. So we're going to go ahead and say 12 minutes. And we know that Kenzu Suzuki, he actually wins. So we have Kenzuki winning, open match, decisive finish, and pinfall. So this is how we're going to get ready to set up for our main event match of the evening. But we're going to go ahead and save this for now. One of the things that I did is with the angle that's going on to get ready to go into our main event match, we got St. Dez going against Halloween in a fight in the parking lot. So pretty much we got them just battling it out there in the parking lot and stuff Just everything going crazy, everything going haywire and stuff. So right now we got Saint Des and Halloween. They fighting in the parking lot. So this is how we're gonna lead up until we get to our main event, which is gonna be HCH going against Monster Mac. Yeah, everybody, this is what we came here for. We are here getting ready to look at one of the best matches that you can get anywhere. This is Supreme Wrestling Federation at its finest. So we got the Midnight Cannonball ACH getting ready to go against Monster Mac. So what all I'm going to do is tell everyone to sit back, relax, and get ready for some extremely high-hitting action right here. So we got the Brooklyn Bull Monster Mac going against the Midnight Cannonball ACH. So you ready to lock up? I think these men are. So let's do it. Here we go. So right now we got a chop by Monster Mac. And we got another little punch by ACH. We've been already seeing some very high-packed, eventful action all night as we go through the card. We seen where we had got HClo. He pretty much gets defeated by Tadazakwa. And when you see how that went down, that was just one of those crazy things as Tahashi, he puts him in a lock. Pretty much your boy couldn't do anything. HClo had to tap out, and it was all said and done. He's continuing to gain points in this wrestle tournament. Then we had Mike Seidel, the brother of Matt Seidel. We had him to go over George South Jr. Even though George South Jr. dad was very well known in the southeast region of America, I don't think his dad was able to teach him how to go against a world-class athlete as Mike Seidel. So pretty much Mike Seidel, he gets him, and pretty much both of those matches, they were pretty good, but that was pretty much how we started out our actual night on TV. So then what we did, we had Mitch Ryder, he went against Kenzo Suzuki, he puts in a pretty much this high class match, and he let Mitch Ryder know that he wasn't ready for him. So Kenzo, he went ahead, went over. So now what we got is we got ACH going against Monster Mac. All I know is these two men, I don't know if they're ready for Saint Des, because Saint Des is on top of his game. He's pretty much, him and Halloween has got something going on because they were both caught just earlier fighting backstage, and it was just crazy. I know it was just mayhem in the back because we had B-Boy. He wanted to make sure that Joe Maximo didn't continue bragging, as it had been rumored that Joe Maximo was complaining about being on the level of the card as he is. He says that he's better than that. He should be getting more high profile matches, and he just can't wait to prove to everybody where he is as far as this wrestling tournament's concerned. And he wants to prove to everybody that he is the Supreme Wrestling Champion that, you know, everyone is trying to gain. So right now we got Monster Mac. He's getting ready to, he puts just one of those almost people elbow type of moves on HCH. And ACH, he shook it off like it was nothing to it. So right now we got like this ongoing match between these two men as they continue to try to gain the momentum and go forward. Monster Mac, being a big man, he dropped several elbows onto ACH. Then he just gave him the Alabama Slam, some boots to the midsection, and now we got a whip into the corner. And oh my goodness, we just got one of the most devastating, I guess you could say, German suplexes into the turnbuckle that I ever seen. Another Alabama Slam by Monster Mac. Monster Mac, now he does pretty much a belly to over the back suplex. Now he's got him in a stretch hold. Right now, is ACH going to give up? No, I think he's not. Oh, and then we just had a nice little clothesline. We have a dizzy ACH. He gets knocked down. And this is just a crazy, wild thing going on right now. So now we got a DDT by ACH. One of the things that we're going to continue to do is, and as we continue to try to improve what is going on in the Supreme Wrestling Federation, as we got to cover 1, 2, and there's a kick out. One of the things that we're going to continue to work on as the next few weeks come forward, we're going to try our best to give ourselves a, I don't know, almost a survey type of deal to see where all of you as viewers of the SuWF, where y'all think that everyone is at. So one of the things I want you to do is be looking forward to some of the surveys that we're going to have out, as well as some of the other things as far as the cards and stuff is concerned, as we continue to improve this and try our best to work forward into making the Supreme Wrestling Federation something that is nothing more than a great alternative to all of the other things that you can get out there in the world of YouTube TV. As we got a German suplex over the head and a 2.9. It's not even a 2.5. 2.9 count. Can you get any closer than that without winning this match? Hey man, we got a Falcon's elbow, and we got another 2.9. Right now we got a gorilla press by Monster Mac, and a tired Monster Mac is sitting there. He is trying his best to gain his breath after almost losing, and we got ACH. Is he getting ready to dive onto Monster Mac? And he just did a suicide dive onto Monster Mac. We got a count going by the ref, and remember that in the SuWF, it is a 20 count, not a 10 count. And we just got like a devastating, I guess you can call it almost a power driver type move. And we got like a double counter into a letter by ACH. Now we got another Alabama slam by Monster Mac. And we got like a nice clothesline getting ready to be a diving headbutt that Monster Mac misses. And we got an over the head suplex again by Monster Mac. He is tired. ACH, he's tired. Ooh, we got a devastating DDT. Monster Mac, he's playing to the crowd, trying to let everyone know where he's at. We got a nice little back elbow into a clothesline by ACH. ACH going in with a go behind backdrop. Both men are down. Now we got another over the head suplex. If I haven't seen one over the head suplex, well, I've seen another. Now we got both men jacking for position. Punch to the gut. Punch to the side. Another DDT by Monster Mac. But ACH, he beats him up. Oh, we got a toss. I was about to say, is Monster Mac gonna try to jump out of the ring? Both men is trying their best to get their breath together. But we have already got to the 15-minute mark. One of these men is going, we just got a glorious DDT by ACH. Oh, and another DDT by Monster Mac. One of the things that we got to do is we got to make sure that we keep our eye on our time. We don't need another draw like it was earlier in this tournament, because draws don't help you, only win. Oh, and right there we got another devastating. Oh, we just got a frog splash. We got a kick out by ACH. What kind of Wheaties is this man eating this today? He just got out of a frog splash by Monster Mac. And now he's got the upper end. We got some kicks, some punches. Now, a whip into the ring ropes. A power slam. Before it could even be a count, but both men must have been in the ropes. Now we got like a punch fest. Oh, ACH got mad, gives him a super kick. Another toss. Is ACH gonna go out? No, he's too tired. Wait a minute. We got a chair? What in the world? What is the ref doing? He was gonna give him a count instead of disqualifying him. And we got a closer hand by ACH. He just shook off that chair attack by Monster Mac. Monster Mac just dropped him again with a devastating DDT, but ACH is still fighting. We got Monster Mac. He's going around. He throws ACH in the corner. Oh, we just got an avalanche. Oh, another drop by Monster Mac. Is this it? 1, 2, 3. Monster Mac just finished this match. And Monster Mac just won one back and forth match that I don't think any of us was expecting to happen in this match. So this right here was a great main event match as we get ready to close out what we got going on here at SuWF. And that match, I know for real, was a 100% rating. After you seen how great of a match that was, we got pretty much Monster Mac going over. So since this match was such a back and forth and it almost went to time limit and everything, and it was just extremely exactly what you want in a match, what I set it up to be is we went ahead and we got HCH. We're going to keep him strong. So when it's all said and done, even though he lost, the crowd is going to look at him as still being a great competitor in wrestling. This match was open. You couldn't tell who was going to win what. The match was a decisive finish, so it wasn't any cheating or anything like that. Monster Max did win, and it was by pinfall. So when we get ready to start viewing this, we're going to actually go over that match in its entirety and just have nothing but just great action throughout the whole thing. As I said, we've got our card together. So now what we got to do is we got to make sure that everything is going to go as planned. So we're getting ready to see what the overall TV audience and what the creative team is thinking. But right now we have pre-show. It's going to be HC Loke versus Tahashi Tazawa. We're going to have in our very first match, it's going to be Mike Saito versus George South. We got B-Boy Attacks Joe Maximo backstage. Then we're going to have Mitch Ryder going against Kenzo Suzuki. Then we're going to have another fight that's going to be in the parking lot between St. Dez and Halloween. And then our main event is going to be ACH versus Monster Max. So let's see what everyone else thinks about our show. So let's go ahead and run it. Yes, we do. So right now, even though it was a pre-show match, it still was what it says, a dismal match. Even though Tahashi wins, it was just a dismal match. So we're going to go further, even though we did get to go in front of almost 3,000 people. Then, even though we kind of start out a little bit better, and if you look at our notes, we basically are being told that this match was a poor way to start the show and it took the crowd enthusiasm away. So we got to, it's already 2 times we've had horrible, and I do mean horrible, starts to our shows. So we got to figure out a way to have better matches to start our shows out. But right now we got that Matt Saito defeats George South. Now what we have pretty much our angle where B-Boy and Joe Maximo fought each other, and the angle cooled the crowd a little bit. So even though we had a dismal match, we just made it worse by having B-Boy and Joe Maximo fight. Even though this does start the storyline between the two, I think that we can't do nothing but go up from here. Even though it is not a great match, it's better than what we've been doing. It was the best match so far on the card with Mitch Ryder and Kenzo Suzuki. And it's like, even though it had non-existent crowd heat and terrible wrestling, pretty much we got a 23 rating. So right now, Mitch Ryder is showing that he's a better performer than Kenzo Suzuki. So hopefully we can continue to build on that. One of the things that's kind of like a saving thing is that the backs the parking lot brawl that St. Dez and Halloween had gave us a 66 rating, and pretty much right now it got everybody interested in the show again. Halloween didn't come out looking too good, but this started the angle between St. Dez and Halloween, and we may have us a future star in Halloween because of this. Even though we didn't have much heat and terrible wrestling, Monster Mac did beat ACH with a max splash, as it says, even though we know differently. So right now, Monster Mac, he was exhausted at the end of this, but we pretty much got to the end of our show. So let's see what the overall feeling of our show was today. And we know that we know that he needs to be booked smarter, him and them off his partner. But I mean, that's what he's wrestling to. He's fighting like he's a cruiserweight, and he's pretty much showing we can't be nothing but happy that he can fight. So right now, it says that our production values was worse, which we already know. Your show appeal worse. Pretty much, even though our show wasn't great, we had a 29. We didn't go down in any type of production, so we can't do nothing but be happy right now. So we're gonna continue. Well, we done got to this part of the show where right now we already at Sunday, and it's pretty much at the end of the week and stuff. Technically the beginning, but we're at the end of the week, and right now they are showing where we was in Hager Arena, and we almost drew 3,000 fans, and the feedback is pretty good, especially for a company our size. So even though we know that we had a 29% rating as far as the show quality, I guess with the people in the arena and the way they are letting everyone know about social media and stuff, we still doing way better than what is expected of us. So that is why we ain't dropping in popularity and stuff. So we can't do anything but continue to go up, and that's pretty much the end of the show. So until next time, this is your boy St. Dez, and I'm going to be sure to holler at you with our next show of Supreme Wrestling Federation. Holla.